Hey guys, Ash and Kaylee here. We're actually going to be starting a new Friday Cook with Kaylee for you guys. Sometimes we'll be cooking and sometimes we'll actually be talking nutrition, but today it's actually a Cook with Kaylee. So every Friday at 10:30. What we're going to be focusing on today is to show you guys how to cook 2 meals in 20 minutes. These are from the September online meal plan. So we're going to start with some muffins. I'll let Kaylee explain all that, and then we're going to show you how to cook something quickly in the crock pot. Okay, so I'm going to let Kaylee take over, but yeah, thanks for popping on, guys, and I'll be back over in a second.
Okay, hello everybody, happy Friday. So like we said, we've got 2 meals in 20 minutes. The first meal we're going to be doing is the blender banana muffins. So these are like a chocolatey banana muffin. When those go in the oven, we're going to be working on a crock pot recipe that's super simple. So you've got 20 minutes. So all you need, I got everything kind of set out here, is your blender. So to start, 2 bananas. Now normally I like my bananas to be a little bit more ripe than this. Like the more dots that they have on them and the more brown they are, the sweeter they actually are. So these are what I have on hand, so we're gonna go with that. But if you can leave them for a few more days, go with that. Okay.
We have a couple people on here too. Hey guys.
Oh, hi guys,
Krista,
welcome.
Amanda, Ashley. That's awesome.
Okay, so muffins go in from there. Then we're gonna be adding 2 eggs. Typically if I have time, I try to pull them out a little bit early. Theirs a bit better when they're room temperature, so I've learned on the cooking channels. So if you can let them get to room temperature, go for it. If not, it's really not a big deal. So eggs go in.
Watching from work. That's awesome, Krista.
Shell does not go in. Okay, so we're gonna just get that out of the way. Gonna wash my hands.
Why are you washing hands? Because the raw egg?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I never do that.
Oh, rebel.
I didn't know I had to.
All right, so next we have, the recipe calls for 1 cup of natural peanut butter. I have a lot of almond butter on hand, so I'm gonna use that instead. So you can feel free to use any nut butter that you want. So if you don't wanna have peanuts or anything like that, you can switch it up. You might also want to, if you have the almond butter in the fridge, it can get really thick. So you might wanna throw it in the microwave, just for like 20-25 seconds to loosen it up a little bit. I probably should have went a little bit longer, but it is what it is.
There's Holly too. Hey Holly, I just realized my forehead was in the image.
Okay, what do we have next? 3/4 of a cup of old-fashioned oats. So right here, they're going in. I need a dishwasher. Like,
I
it's
know.
ridiculous. Okay, so now we have, the recipe also calls for 1/2 cup of honey. I had a lot of maple syrup on hand, so I'm going to use maple syrup. I have experimented with that already, and it turned out just as good. Maybe even better, who knows? So 1/2 cup of maple syrup. And we are going to eventually add the recipes on, right? After,
yes.
We'll put the recipes up for you so you can follow them.
Yeah, so don't worry about writing this down.
Yeah, that's fine. You just get to listen and enjoy it. After that, we have our cocoa powder. So this is the brand that I use, Camino. Is it backwards?
Yes, it is.
Yes. So I use Camino. You can find that in the health food section of almost any grocery store. So we've got 1/2 cup of that going in. And now we're going to add the vanilla. I use Simply Organic. So I understand the backwards thing now that you're talking about.
Yeah.
How it shows up backwards. Okay, so it said we're going to use 2 teaspoons. Normally I don't measure, but I'm trying to look professional today, so I'm gonna actually measure it. 1. And I'm gonna add a touch bit more. I like it a little vanilla-y.
We have one question. It's Kaylee, are the old-fashioned oats the same as rolled oats?
Okay, I'm gonna show you the oats that I use. Just give me 1 second. So I actually grabbed oat flakes. I got these in the health food section at the superstore. So they're just big chunks. I think that they are the same old-fashioned and rolled.
Yeah.
I don't think there's a difference. Like, steel cut's different.
Yes.
But I don't think there's a huge difference between those two.
No, just some are more flat.
Yeah, I use just whatever I have on hand. Just don't use steel cut.
And you're blending them, so they'll turn out just fine, Krista. I would say just don't use the steel cut. I actually had somebody make me the muffins before with the steel cut, and they were very chewy and gritty. Yeah.
Okay, so now we've got to add some baking powder. So just 1 teaspoon. Throw that baby in there. Oh, we're almost done with the ingredients. It says 1/2 teaspoon of salt. When you're using salt, always try to use sea salt. The reason why is it is filled with tons of different minerals for you. So think of it this way. Table salt, like your normal table salt, that's going to make you sicker. Where if you use something like sea salt, it's actually going to make you healthier. So you're getting those minerals and stuff that your body needs. So I'm just going to add a little sprinkling in. And we got a 1/4 cup of water. Okay, and now we're ready to blend. So it's going to get loud. So just kind of bear with me.
I just have one more question.
Yeah.
Oh my god, my forehead keeps going on. It's so funny. If this is from Ashley Sharness. If I left out the cocoa, would it still taste good? I know you guys are all about the chocolate, so you may not know, but what are your thoughts anyways?
You know what? The only reason I don't know is because I don't know how much it would change the consistency. So I would maybe add a little bit more of the oats.
Yeah.
We do have on one of the meal plans a banana muffin without the chocolate at all. So there's that option, but I would experiment with it. I think it'd be okay. You just might want a little bit more oats to make up for the bulk.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And then the other one is, can you use Himalayan salt?
Yes, 100% yes. Yes.
Okay, it's gonna blend and get loud.
So blending time, just make sure that it's smooth. So depending on your blender, like I, just finishing school, have more of a get out blender. So if you have a Vitamix, it might be really, really quick. But with me, I just have to kind of scrape down the sides. And you just want to make sure that you're not seeing a bunch of oat chunks. You want it to all be looking consistent. So I'm just going to blend it for another second. That'll be good enough. Now this is where it's going to get messy and I might need Ashley's help when my hands get covered in chocolate. You know what? I think I'm actually going to scoop them in. Sometimes I use an ice cream scooper when I make muffins.
Ooh, that's a good idea.
Yeah, it usually does a good portion amount. So we'll kind of see what happens. I'm going to remove this.
Any more questions?
You also might find it easier, and I kind of should have thought of this before, to dump all of this into a bowl, and then you can kind of get in there and scoop a little bit better, but that's okay for today.
They smell good.
Yeah, I definitely tried the batter. It's like fudge. So good. So if you want, like there is chocolate chips you can add into the recipe. So I'm going to put them on top. I have dairy-free, gluten-free chocolate chips that, yes, they taste exactly like chocolate chips. You would never know the difference. The brand that I use, I know Ashley uses a different one, but I also use the Camino. So the same brand that I use for the cocoa powder, and I'm addicted to these things. So if you want, you can mix them right in with it, but I kind of like to have them on top. I think that it looks pretty. This is going to be the boring part of watching me fill these.
That's okay.
I'll go quick.
That's okay.
What can we talk about to fill some time? Should we talk about Pound?
Yes, talk about Pound.
Pound starts tomorrow morning at 9 a.m. in Bowmanville.
Yeah.
We have, I think we have a few spots left.
We have 3 spots left.
3 spots left.
And that actually reminds me, what time is it right now? It's 10:39. So you guys have 20 more minutes to go on the Facebook Live we did yesterday, and then actually like, share, and then tag a friend in it to win a chance for a free Pound starting tomorrow in Bowmanville at 9 a.m. So, yes.
And just so you know, there is a Michael Jackson track happening, so it's going to be super fun. Provided I remember all of the moves for it.
Yeah. Do you find this is going to make 12 perfectly?
It actually made, last time I did 15, but they weren't as full as I wanted them. So these don't rise very much. A lot of the times when you're doing healthier things, they're not maybe quite as fluffy, but the good side is they're really fudgy and decadent and satisfying. So fill them pretty full. Or you have the option too, is you can use like the mini muffin pans. So if you just want to have like 1 or 2, you don't want the full thing. So sometimes I'll do like 6 big ones and then a bunch of just little ones so I can snack
like
on them.
Bite size, almost like those little fudge brownies.
The 2-bite brownies.
Yes.
Yeah, these taste a lot like that.
Yummy. I love chocolate.
Yeah, they definitely satisfy the chocolate. I was shocked actually when I tried these and how good they were.
Oh, there's another question.
Yay!
Let me pop over here. Where do you find the dairy-free chocolate chips? I can never find them.
So I got mine in the health food section at the superstore. I go to the Oshawa location at the Oshawa Center. Obviously, not everybody watching lives in Oshawa. So, but usually the health food section will have them.
And that's where I got mine as well.
Yeah, I don't know if Costco has them, but if not, I'm sure Bulk Barn They
yeah, they have them, but I get mine from the same place, from the superstore as well. But I think most places have them. You just have to look in the organic section, and they're actually usually on the top shelf.
Yeah. They're not always like right in your face.
Yeah, they're not very visible.
Okay, so this time it's making 12 because I'm filling them a little bit more. Okay. They just look prettier when they're fuller, you know?
Yeah.
Okay. Dishes everywhere.
I'll help you clean after.
Okay, so the last step before we throw them in the oven is just to put on the chocolate chips. You can put as many as you want. You don't have to add them if you don't want. They definitely look cool. And they get all melted.
Ooh, you know what else would be good on it? Like some
like
nuts. Yeah, that'd be really good.
I think pecans would probably be the best one.
Yeah.
Also, I am like a salty sweet fanatic. Oh, I really think I'm going to add pecans next time. So what I'm going to do is just take my sea salt and just a quick, you don't need a lot at all. You just want that little touch.
Oh my God, this is right down Matt's alley.
Right? We'll send some home with him.
Oh, there's another question. I think my Loblaws doesn't have them, and I couldn't find them at the Superstore North. I'll try the South location. Yeah, I get them. We get ours at the one in, at the one at Taunton and Brock. So I don't know if that's too far for you, Krista. But and look at the Milk Barn. Look at the Milk Barn. It might even be cheaper there.
So I did notice last time I made these, the oven's at 350. It says 15 to 13 minutes. However, I found with mine that I ended up doing about 18 minutes.
Okay.
So just see what works for you.
You said 15 to 13 minutes. Do you mean 13 to 15 or 15 to 30?
Oh, 13 to 50.
Oh, to 15. Okay.
But just check, and then the way to check is you just take a toothpick and you jab it in the middle, and if it comes out and there's a bunch of stuff on it, it means that typically they're not quite done. However, because these are so fudgy, you might find it. So just kind of give it a little tap, and if it feels firm, you're good to go. The only worst case would be that they're just extra chewy in the middle, which you can't complain about with chocolate.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's done.
And this recipe is from toneandtighten.com, just so you know, and we can send it to you for those of you that are interested, but just so we're not taking credit for it, it's from toneandtighten.com.
Okay, so now we're going to, those are in the oven, we're good to go. Now we're going to make our crock pot chicken. 2 meals in 20 minutes. Literally the easiest recipe. You cannot screw this up. However, I am going to go to the recipe to make sure that I'm not forgetting anything. I got turned on by this type of thing through Nicole. Nicole always makes what she calls, I think, taco chicken. And then I was like, this is so good, it's so easy, so it's got to go on the meal plan. So it's 3 ingredients. That's it. So get your crock pot. For this one, I'm going to cook mine on low because I have lots of time. But you can turn it on to high, it'll shorten the time. Again, all the instructions are going to be on what we put up. So the chicken that I use, I get this from the superstore. It is organic chicken. I just grab the chicken breasts. It calls for 4, but I only have 3 on hand, so 3 it's going to be. So you just throw it in your crock pot.
So I have a question.
Yeah.
If you were to put this on in the morning before you go to work, can it go on? So say somebody's at work and they're gone for like 10 hours a day when you include the commute and stuff. Say it cooks for 8 hours. Is it okay, or does it dry it out for those extra 2 hours?
I've never actually used mine for more than 8, but I would just think that maybe try adding a little bit extra of the salsa.
Okay.
But for the most part, I find that my stuff that like is really liquidy.
Okay.
So I would think if it's on low, it would be okay.
Okay.
I just don't want to say for sure and then be wrong.
Let's see if there's any more questions. Okay. Nope.
So with this, it says in the recipe to use a package of taco seasoning. Where did we put the taco seasoning? Oh, here it is. Nicole was nice enough to make me actually my own homemade, which is really amazing because then you're not getting all the extra sodium. A lot of them that you buy, like the, oh, I shouldn't say brands,
Nope.
but a lot of the ones that you buy have MSG and so many additives. You don't want that. So if you can find a clean version, awesome. If not, make your own. So I got Nicole to tell me what she threw in hers. You can modify it. You don't have to measure it out.
Very forgiving.
Whatever you want. So she put in paprika, cayenne, garlic powder, chili powder, salt, pepper, and she couldn't remember if she put in cumin or not. So that's always an option. So this just calls for about like a tablespoon of it. Again, I don't measure it, and I really like the flavoring of it, so I always add a little bit extra. And worst case too, you can actually just add more once it's cooked. If you find that you think it needs a little bit more, just add some more. So I just sprinkle that in.
There's another question. Can I use non-frozen chicken too? That's a good question.
Oh, of course, yes. Mine just happened to be frozen, so I did that. It just it'll cook quicker if it's not frozen.
Yeah, and that's from Brittany. Brittany, how are you feeling from Wednesday? from coming to Mummy Fit. Today should be the day that you're like really feeling it in your legs and your bum.
Okay.
You have to let me know.
So salsa. It says 1 cup of salsa. I had about a quarter of a cup left of one open. So I use the Neal Brothers organic salsa. It is so good.
Oh, yes.
Again, in the health food section. It does go on sale a lot though. So then I'll buy a bunch in bulk and it's not as expensive.
It's often like 2 for $5 or 2 for $6 or something like that.
Yeah, and they last forever. So this one's medium. I'm going to add probably, let's say it's about a quarter cup of that. And I haven't tried this one yet, so I wanted to change things up a bit. It's their corn salsa. And it says right on the label it's really tasty.
So it must be.
It must be. So again, I'm really terrible for not measuring, but that's what's amazing about this. It's so forgiving. If you find that it is a little bit too dry though, just add more salsa to it. It's not a problem at all. So that's going in. And that's it. That is literally it. You set it and forget it.
So what was that? What time is it? I keep on looking.
Oh. It's been about 15 minutes.
Yeah, so it's been 15 minutes. So now you've made 2 meals within 15 minutes. We're literally just waiting for the muffins to cook.
Yeah.
And I do have a question after, but Brittany also has one again.
Yeah.
Paralyzed. I dread every time I have to sit on the toilet. Yay! That means it was a success. That's awesome. Okay, so now I'm going to ask you what you would put this with. Like what
the chicken?
Yeah.
So the chicken, one, is just good on its own. So sometimes if I just want to have like a salad, I'll put it on the side or I'll put it right into my salad. It's amazing. You can do quesadillas, you can do tacos, you can do burritos, you can do wraps. And just sandwiches, yeah. Like a lot of times I'll make a big batch of coleslaw and have my spurted grain buns and then just throw the coleslaw and that on, the pulled chicken on, and eat it as a sandwich.
That's a nice idea.
Yeah, because that's what they do with pulled pork a lot. They put the coleslaw on, but I try not to really eat pork. I'm working on it. So the chicken I now use as a substitute. So that's a really good option too.
And even just on rice. I've actually made this meal quite a few times, and I even add spinach in sometimes too.
Yeah.
And then I just throw mine on top of some rice, and if you put the rice in the rice cooker, A, you won't burn it. We were talking about that the other day. And then B, once again, you can just leave it. So it's like a super quick way. And
mix it into any pasta too. Like it's so versatile. Just having it in the house on hand, you can always come up with a meal quickly. Yeah. Especially like quesadillas is a big one for me. Because you can throw any veggie you want in there. Throw some goat's cheddar or vegan cheddar in there and they're good to go.
Yeah. And you just mentioned that you're trying not to eat as much pork. Why?
Oh, that's just me as like a moral thing. Oh, okay. I'm just trying. I just
is
love
it
little piggies.
Is it because you see the trucks?
Yes! There's just little piggies and I'm getting rid of it. Turkey bacon has been my saving grace.
Yeah.
That's been the one thing that's saving my life on it. Yeah. But it's a work in progress.
Yeah.
So, yeah, working on that.
Yeah, I haven't gotten there yet, but I used to live near a place in Liberty Village that had like a place that would bring like trucks around like multiple times a day, and it was, you'd see their little noses.
I know.
Yeah.
I know.
Anyways, let's see if people have some questions.
Oh, one thing I did want to add too, I found when I made this chicken, that because we used the homemade taco seasoning and it's so low sodium, feel free to add in some of the sea salt to give that extra flavor. It made a big difference with the flavor for me, so add maybe just a couple turns, and it just gives it that pop of flavor.
Yeah. Ash didn't have a question. She just said, Kaylee, you kill me. Oh, how I miss you. Which, by the way, Ash, we saw that you liked, tagged, and then shared the post from yesterday, so you might be seeing her tomorrow morning if you win, which we'll be doing shortly.
Yeah,
I guess we should have done it for like now during our Facebook Live.
Well, we could just say, guys, you got 2 minutes. Let's do this.
Yeah. I feel bad because we didn't get them in until 11. So
well, this still has a few minutes to cook. We can figure it out.
Yeah,
we'll do it.
Okay. What should we do? What should we do now?
What do you want us to talk about? Do you guys have any questions for us about food or workouts or anything like that? This went smoother than I expected. I didn't think we'd have this much time in between.
I have a question that people might have because I get it a lot for myself. I know this is cocoa, but can you explain the difference between cocoa powder and cacao?
So I don't know all the answers. From what I remember reading, this was months ago, so if I'm wrong, I apologize. But cacao, if I'm even saying it right, cacao is it's a more pure version, so it's just higher in antioxidants. Mm-hmm. It's less processed. They still taste almost the exact same, and if you can't find the cacao, that's fine. Stick with the original. Yeah. But if you can find it, go with that. It's like I said, it just has a few more health benefits than the other one. The other one's not going to hurt you. No. It's just not as nutritious.
Yeah, and the one thing to look for with cocoa powder is to make sure, because some of them have sugar added, so they would be more like a cocoa that you would make into a hot chocolate. So make sure you look and make sure that if you are getting the cocoa powder, cacao never has sugar in it. Sometimes cocoa powder does. So make sure you look to see that there's no sugar added in it, because we have all of our natural sugars. Let's not add extra into that. So that's one thing to keep your eye on. But you still can make hot chocolate with this.
Yes, yeah.
Yeah, it's really good. You can make it almost with the same ingredients, like a little bit of vanilla, a little bit of maple syrup, and then almond milk, which we didn't add, and then you just cook it on the stove. It's really good. So.
And then if you really want it chocolatey, these chocolate chips you put in there.
Yeah.
And sometimes, I don't know if you said it, just a little bit of maple syrup.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, so good.
Another thing that's important too that a lot of people don't realize, it is pretty important to try to get organic if you can. Cocoa beans are one of the most heavily sprayed things that we consume. So there's tons of pesticides and stuff on them. So if you can find the organic, go for it. It's one of the ones that I definitely make sure that I buy organic when I'm shopping.
Yeah.
So not everything that to get is organic, but that's one that I would definitely push.
Ash said woot woot. That means I'm guessing she's hoping she wins. And then Krista said, I have to run. I guess you are at work. It makes sense that you have to run. I have to run, but this was awesome. I'm looking forward to do the How We Eat as a Family. Looking forward to the How We Eat as a Family and the salad dressing one.
Oh, yeah. I think that's what we're going to do next week, right?
Oh, yeah. You mean the upcoming Facebook Lives. Oh, awesome. I'm so happy that you even looked.
And is that next week that we're doing the salad dressings?
Yeah.
So I'm going to be same time next week making me some homemade salad dressings. Probably
Yeah.
I'll do like 3 or so.
Yeah.
Really simple.
Yeah. So we'll be doing these every Friday. So you guys need to tell us what you want to see, so we know that we're giving you content that you're actually excited about.
Yeah. So any requests, shoot them my way, Ashley's way. We'll definitely take them into consideration. We've got some good ideas brewing.
Yeah.
So we might not get to it right away, but for sure send them.
We're doing the salad dressing one, and I know we're doing a green juice one, and talking about the benefits of green juice and why you want to implement it into your daily routine if you can, at least frequently routine. And then is the other one just? I think the other one is the lunchbox one.
It was gonna be something fun in the kitchen that I make.
Oh yeah, it was gonna be something to make for your family over the weekend.
Oh. Okay,
yeah,
well, I better start thinking.
Yeah, something quick to make for your family over the weekend. So like the chickpea stuff.
Oh, roasted chickpeas.
Yes,
something
like that.
Yes.
That's healthy, but yeah.
Healthy snacks.
Yes, but please let us know. And if you don't want to comment on here, you can always privately message us and let us know. You can email us and just let us know what you want to see.
Oh, they're looking good. The chocolate chips are melting.
Nice.
Yeah, we got about 3 or 4 minutes left to go.
Yeah, so tell us what you're doing this weekend besides Pound.
Besides Pound, I'm actually going home for the weekend. One of my Goddard. So it's about 3.5 hours west of where we are right now, depending on traffic. One of my best friends is getting married on Saturday. So I'm going home for that, and then I'm having a girls' night on Sunday night at my best friend's house who just moved to Stratford. And a bunch of my girlfriends are going to come. And a lot of them are pregnant and about to pop. So it's kind of we're having a slumber party, and I don't get to see them very often because I'm here. So I'm really excited.
That's amazing.
Yeah, no work, no homework, no studying because school's done.
Woohoo!
Yeah. I might have a cocktail or 2.
Oh yeah, right in front of the pregnant lady. It's really nice.
I met at the wedding.
Sorry, well, we have a slumber party and you guys can't do anything.
But I mean, I'm going to be tortured too because we're trying to do no dairy and no gluten.
Yeah, that's right.
And we're ordering in, so that's going to be a challenge for me.
Pizza Nova.
That's what I'm thinking. Yeah, I mean, we did make the rule that we could have it maybe on weekends once a week, but I am going to try to do it the whole month. But if at the wedding they bring us some food, I'm not going to be that person. It's do you have a gluten-free option?
Yeah. You would have had to let them know before.
Exactly. So I'm just going to have fun with that one.
Yeah.
Yeah, what about you?
Tomorrow I'm coming to Pound. Yes. And then tomorrow Rowan's getting dropped off at her grandparents'. So Matt and I can actually go out with Nicole and Brian and some people in his family, some of his siblings. We're going to go watch a 90s, a bunch of 90s bands.
Oh my God, that's amazing.
Yeah, and then Sunday, we're not sure yet. Obviously, we don't know when Rowan's going to be dropped back off, so we might just have a day we sleep in and chill out and maybe Netflix binge for an hour or 2. And that's the one
sounds
thing.
Perfect.
I know. That's the one thing I'd say I miss the most after having a kid is
TV.
Not necessarily TV, but just really using Sunday to relax and Netflix binge.
Yeah, that's usually what my Sundays are.
Yeah.
Sunday's the one day I try to take off from everything.
Yeah.
Everything. My other job, I also serve, as you guys know. from clients, everything. It's like Sundays are my day.
Yeah. Yeah. Totally.
Usually it involves some wine.
Yeah. Good for you. Or mimosas. I love mimosas on Sunday.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, anyway, so that's what we're doing. So it's kind of, I'm really looking forward to tomorrow night and hanging out. And I think there's going to be like salt and pepper and like vanilla
Oh my
ice.
God, I know the concert you're talking about. I was going to go, but the
really?
wedding, yeah. I was like, what are the odds?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm excited. So it'll be a lot of fun. I didn't even know it was coming. And then Nicole's like, we have some extra tickets if you and Matt, because Matt loves 90s stuff.
Yeah.
And I was like, sure. So thank you, Nicole.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm going to check on these.
Or 1 minute. 58 seconds, 57 seconds, 56 seconds.
Oh my gosh.
Let
At
me
least I'll let them cool. I just want to eat them now.
I know. Let me just go through quickly and make sure that there's no questions that I missed.
Oh, and while you check for that, I'll let you guys know, these store wonderfully in the freezer.
Hey,
So-
Matt Grady's on here. Yay.
Who?
My buddy, Matt Grady.
Oh!
From London.
Yeah.
He's my buddy.
And then you text me like, do you know Matt Gray?
Yeah.
We have a mutual friend. Yes.
Yeah.
Anyways, these store wonderfully in the freezer. So I left about half of them out for about 3-4 days. They were fine. I did forget about 2 of them and they went real moldy, which is a good thing because it means it's real food.
Yes.
But they are in the freezer. I actually still have a few left in the freezer. They're fine. Just pull them out, let them defrost. And they're actually really good, still kind of frozen.
Oh,
It's like
I
that
love
fudgy,
chocolate like that.
yeah. So that's an option too to keep them to last longer if they're gonna last.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good stuff. All right, we have 5, 4, 3, 2, and ding, ding, ding.
Oh, I'm gonna grab my other one.
So technically this was 30 minutes because we had to wait for it to cook, but we completed everything within a 15-minute window. And then you could probably do like a 15-minute workout. Well, I guess we should have done that. Well,
Yeah, if you got time to kill, do some squats.
Yeah,
Do some
we should
push-ups.
have done that in between instead of chit-chatting. So anyways, we're not going to keep you guys.
I'll show you guys the final
Yeah,
products.
we'll show it to you, but we're not going to keep you while these cool, or else it'd be a really boring Facebook
Oh
Live. But
yeah, baby.
Yum, yum, yum.
And then the chicken, obviously it's not done in the 20 minutes, but it's prepped. You can forget about it and go from there. And then when it's done, just take it out and shred it. And like I said, if it's dry, add some extra salsa. If it's a little too bland, add some more taco seasoning, salt, pepper, hot sauce, and you're good to go.
Awesome. So thank you so much for coming on for our first Friday, 10:30 a.m. Cook with Kaylee. And then we have, in 2 minutes, we're going to go on and make sure that we get all the names put into the draw. We've already done a bunch of them, but just to make sure we have everyone covered. So we'll be seeing you guys in a couple minutes to do the draw for the free month of Pound starting tomorrow. So thanks for joining, guys.
Thank you guys.
You did awesome. Your
My first one is done.
Woo-hoo!
I didn't die.
She's no longer a Facebook Live virgin.
Thanks,
okay,
guys.
take care.